What is up, you guys? Today we're going to talk about Uber buying out Postmates. As an ex-Uber shareholder, and I'll talk about that later in this video, I saw this coming from a mile away. Not necessarily Postmates, but acquiring another delivery service company such as Grubhub, Caviar, Postmates, or even DoorDash. We also heard about a month ago that Uber could have potentially been buying Grubhub. That's why we saw the big push in the stock that day. After news came out that they were not acquiring Grubhub, we kind of had a bit of a sell-off. In this video, I'm going to talk about the actual deal with Postmates, what I see for Uber's future, why we're not really seeing a big price increase in the share price of Uber, and also if I'm going to be buying Uber stock in the future. So make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you think of this video and what you think about Uber as a stock, and subscribe to this channel. It really helps the algorithm and really helps me continue to keep putting these videos out. Now, before we begin this video, I'm going to link another video that I made about Uber and how I think Uber stock could actually be worth $350 by the year 2025. And I think that, acquiring Postmates is a big step along the way. So if you want to see my full bullish thesis on Uber, why I bought the shares, why I have that specific price target, I will put the link in the description, and you'll also see a little tag show up right here. The goal for Uber was and still is to undercut every single company in the delivery space and then eventually kill them or acquire them. We can see this perfectly with Postmates. The first thing that Uber did was realize that the ride sharing aspect of their business, really the only profitable side of their business as of a couple months ago, was the ride sharing aspect. And with the whole Rona situation, we have less people going to work, we have less people traveling, we have obviously about a 90% decrease in the amount of rides that Uber actually does in the ride sharing business. Now, the other thing Uber saw obviously was a huge increase in deliveries, with people unable to leave their house or unwilling to leave their house. More people will be ordering food from Uber. Now, Uber realized that this was probably the worst aspect of their business and what they lost the most amount of money on. So instead of saying, hey, we're gonna upcharge every single one of our clients so we can pay our Uber drivers better, instead what we're gonna do is actually make a huge PR motive out of this, and we're actually going to do full free delivery during the whole Rona situation. This was pretty genius, right? Because when I first saw this, I thought to myself, this isn't good, because the main reason why I was an Uber shareholder is because I did think that the delivery side would, figure its way out over time, but it was really the ride sharing that was holding the company up. And so when they said that, hey, we're going to actually give free deliveries, I knew that the whole goal was to acquire customers so that eventually after Rona, people would stay with Uber and continue to use the Uber platform for deliveries. But it was a really, and I mean really risky way to try to grow their business. But hey, it ended up working out for them. That's why I'm not Dara, the CEO of the company, and I'm just a YouTuber. All jokes aside though, it really did work out for them. And during these economic tough times, right, whether it's the dot-com bubble, whether it's the Great Depression, whether it's, the market sell-off and recession of 2008, or maybe it's right now with the whole Rona situation, we have what I call winter for the stock market, right? Think about the seasons changing. Every single winter, everything dies, right? All the plants dies, trees die, they all lose their leaves. And then sometimes certain plants, like as you guys know, there are all year plants, they will end up coming back within the spring. But then again, there are some other plants that will just end up staying dead forever and they won't come back in the spring. So it's like every single winter, everything dies, right? And in the spring and the summer, everything comes back to life, but not entirely everything. Some plants, some bushes, some trees, they stay dead. And sometimes you'll see new plants actually reemerge that you never saw before. And this happens in the stock market during an economic crisis. There are a lot of companies who didn't make it out of the last recession, right? Lehman Brothers was one of the biggest banks that actually fell and crashed and never really came back, right? There are a lot of other companies such as Blockbuster, right? Sears has never really been the same. There's a lot of these companies that actually emerge stronger, as in right now, like a Peloton or a Zoom or a Ring Central, one of those types of companies, they'll emerge stronger. Amazon is a great example. They will actually emerge stronger from this. Then there are businesses that will actually probably never come back, like a Norwegian cruise line potentially, or that will come back but forever change, such as like the airline industry or the other travel industries. And this is a huge step for Uber, because Uber could either come out of this economic recession, crash, whatever you're going to call it, like severely compromised, or they could actually come out of this stronger than ever. Personally, I think that with everything that I'm seeing right now, they are going to come out stronger than ever, and this is a huge move for the company. This is why you invest in companies with very strong balance sheets, right? Uber does not have a strong balance sheet, but I'm going to kind of give you a side lesson in this. The reason that you invest in companies with strong balance sheets is so not only one, they can actually survive like an economic collapse or crisis, or something that's really bad with the business, but it's really so they can acquire other businesses during an economic downturn, right? If you look at a company like Facebook, who has a gigantic balance sheet, probably one of the best balance sheets I've ever seen, during an economic crisis, not only can they obviously stay afloat, but they can go and acquire some other companies. And Uber did this, which makes it a little worrisome because Uber doesn't have the balance sheet of Facebook, and even though this is an all shares deal, it's still kind of risky because Uber's not in that position, but they know that this could be a huge stepping stone for them. So now let's kind of go into the future of Uber. Do I see them coming out of this stronger than ever, which I kind of touched base on this already, or do I see them coming out weaker? Obviously, I see a big and bright future for Uber. I love the company. I do think they have some things, that they need to get back on the rails with. The whole deliveries thing, they're going to have to figure that out, and they are figuring that out right now. Once the whole Rona situation is finished, probably once a vaccination is out and, rides go back to normal, that's great. They'll hopefully be profitable by then. And the freight and the AI business, I see a huge future with that. It's not going to be easy, like not in any way or shape or form. I don't think so, but I definitely see a bright future for them. And I could still see the $350 price target that I said back, in December of last year. I could see that still happening by 2025. And the big question, am I going to be buying Uber stock, right? I bought Uber all the way down at $22. I was averaging down starting at $27 and buying down at like $14, $15, and I averaged around $22. I had about $27,000 worth, and I sold most of it up around $35 to $40 even. I think the last sell I had was like $38 or something like that. So I was really happy. I made about 80% returns. I'm very excited about that, but will I be buying back in? If the stock price can get back down to about $25, I would start a small position. Anything under 25 to 20, I'll be buying in a lot. And if it ever gets down to $13, like I will really be aggressively buying Uber. But as of right now, I don't have a position. I actually do have some calls on Uber for December, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to end up doing with them. I can keep you guys posted. Also, if you want to be a part of our private stock market mentorship group, I am giving away 7 days, 100% for free. You get access to 55 hours of courses and lectures. You also get access to our Discord group where me and 259 traders go live every single morning. I go over what I'm trading, why I am trading. I answer your questions, and we also have live lessons every single day at 4 p.m. If you're unable to make them live, they are uploaded up onto the cloud, and you can view them whenever you want. So if you want to get your 7 days 100% for free, no gimmicks or anything, click the link down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Uber. What do you think about this deal? What do you think about my thesis and how I see all of this panning out? Thank you guys so much for subscribing. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, helps us get these videos out there, and helps me to create more. Until next time, guys, I'll see you.